There is a big gap between the Boston Celtics and the rest of the Eastern Conference right now. Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving were 7 for 27 tonight, and they still win by 18 points. 105-87, Sixers season opener in Beantown tonight. They got a spanking.
Oh, yeah, dude. They got annihilated. We looked good at points during the game, and then they just look like a completely different squad out there.
Yeah.
It looked like a team that led us to the second round of the playoffs, and then they just looked like rookies out there. We were making rookie mistakes, a lot of turnovers. Just careless basketball.
Yeah. I mean, I came over for the pants party, and then I never got a chance to take the pants off.
The pants party did not happen.
Markelle Fultz was 2 for 7, only 5 points. We'll start with him. So I guess it's going to take time, but did not look good tonight. There is a gap between he and Jason Tatum right now. It's pretty significant. We'll see how Fultz kind of handles this season. But some of the things that I just didn't like tonight, like I was waiting for the one dribble pull-up, but he's like taking 3 dribbles, and then he's hesitating, and then he's taking the shot at the foul line, and he's just getting contested. It's too predictable right now. He needs to get sharper and quicker with his decisions. I know he hasn't like gotten a lot of game experience under his belt, but it's getting to the point where it's go time with you.
Yeah, he has to start to just put it all out there, Adrian, right onto the court. He was, like you said, he was hesitating. He looked scared out there. He would go to the top of the key and then look to make the pass. He wasn't being aggressive on the offensive end. Try to do something. Take a guy off the dribble. He was just looking to pass first and not be aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah. So Joel Embiid, I mean, he had the stats, 23 points and 10 rebounds, but something I know he's special talent. The fact that he can just sit there at the top of the key, take one dribble, get all the way to the hole. But sometimes he gets dependent on that jump shot too. And I don't like him at the top of the key as often as he goes up there.
Yeah, he relies too much on that jumper.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's starting to do a lot of the, off the back foot, one foot like Dirk used to do, or still does.
Darka.
Yeah. And I want to see him go and take guys to the gym. Take them down on the block and just own them. Like, you have 4 or 5 inches on Al Horford. There's no reason he should be muscling you down there on the block, blocking your shots. You should be able to take him like Shaq used to do, just overpower guys.
Overwhelm.
And he doesn't. He just relies so much on that jumper. So we're just seeing the same mistakes that we saw last year.
Something that I do want to get back to, because you're alluding to it. So the Celtics were basically up consistently like 7 to 9 points throughout. But what the Sixers would do is they would get on a run. They'd get back in it. And there were points where it was like really impressive the way that Ben Simmons was getting to the rack. That pass behind his head. That was the only point tonight where I almost took off the pants. I unzipped the zipper. I had one belt buckle off, just one. But then I put it right back on because the Celtics went on a run.
Yeah.
So I came to the pants party, but we couldn't make anything happen.
There was a lot of electrifying plays.
There was. Oh my God. Oh, the way that Simmons was getting coast to coast tonight just made it look easy. And I know that Jaylen Brown had that quote-unquote dunk, that block dunk, whatever. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that was nothing. Like, it looked like he completely owned Joel Embiid and just hung his nuts right in his face.
Yeah.
But he didn't. It just took a weird angle, ricocheted up the backboard.
And then Embiid has the great defense on Tatum, and then Tatum's like winking his eye. Like come on, dude.
He's definitely cocky. Definitely very, very cocky, but he can back it up. I thought he was excellent tonight. Embiid was very nice, and Simmons was looking to build off of that Rookie of the Year season. He looked incredible tonight.
Can I ask you a question? Am I being too hard on Markelle Fultz?
I wouldn't say you are, because I think
it's go time, right? Like seeing this pissed me off tonight.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more out of him, especially when he was inserted into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
You would expect him to go down there rolling with the punches, taking jump shots, maybe some threes.
I wanted to see
something.
aggressiveness, and I saw passiveness again.
Yes, very passive, and you can't just blame it on he's only had 14 games under his belt. He had the 4 preseason games, but this is opening night.
I mean, what was the excuse for Tatum when he came out last year just slinging?
Exactly. This is what you have to expect out of Markelle Fultz. You were the top overall pick in the draft. Okay, you had the yips or whatever. You worked on it. You worked with Drew Hanlon.
Yeah.
You took over 150,000 jump shots. Well, where was it tonight? Because I didn't see it.
That's the thing. It's like I want to see the confidence in taking the jump shot. The one dribble pull-up, like I talked about. Like, just take it. I'm seeing the hesitation. He's taking too many dribbles to get to his spot.
And we didn't even see his signature spin tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to look better. But what I'm trying to say is, like, a number 1 pick shouldn't be Lou Williams.
No. I mean, and not to slight him at all, but that's a 6-man.
This is what he's might be at this point. Like, this is the realization. Like, he just might be like the 6th guy on this team, and maybe he gets to 20 points a night. I don't know, but he's not going to be Dwayne Wade. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer. He's not going to be a multiple-time All-Star, is he?
Not what we've seen.
And then you look at Tatum, and
so far it looks like Danny Ainge has won that deal up until this point. I still think maybe it's too early to judge.
It's still too early, but it's
starting to lean heavily towards Boston.
Because Tatum looks like a stud.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast. He made Covington look silly out there. I didn't really like the matchup with Embiid on Tatum either, but they were doing what they, our weakness.
Defense.
The switch to defense, you draw that shot blocker.
Yeah, taking advantage of the mismatches.
And we were trying to work on that this season. Embiid doesn't want to be pulled. He even talked about it. He didn't want to be pulled off the block. He wants to be down there in the trenches, swatting left and right. I thought he was aggressive, and they let them play tonight, which I liked.
They did.
No ticky-tack fouls.
Yeah, because Embiid had some fouls that weren't called.
Yeah. I thought he easily could have ended up with 5 fouls or even being fouled out of this game. It's not. They let him play, and it just rejuvenates this great rivalry we have. Sixers, Celtics, back at it again. And there's a lot on the line. They knocked us out last year. 4-1.
Yeah. By the way, I am loving the hospitality here at Kyle's place. Dude, so he's got Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. This almost makes me want to take off the pants. And then you got, oh my God. This you can't take off the pants because you're creaming them. So these are sticky buns. And they are extra sticky. These are, oh my God, just unbelievable.
They're banging. They're definitely banging.
I felt like I was having sex when I was eating one of these. It was that good. I wanted to put my freaking stingy in it.
Stingy.
I didn't want to say the other thing, so I went PG with it.
Especially after watching that, we had to get some enjoyment out of something.
To get a laugh out of something tonight. Jesus Christ. Every time I come here, it's a blowout with every game we've watched.
Yeah.
Because I was here for the Dallas game, because you're a Jags fan.
I am.
And by the way, just quickly to get this off the chest, when's the last time the Jags looked like that?
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it's been a lot.
That's not what they're going to look like, huh?
And I don't want them to look like that. I feel like they were exposed. Todd Wash needs to go because I've watched 12 years of that. I don't want to see that again.
All right, back to the game. All right, 19-15-8 for Benjamin Simmons. So he's getting laid by Kardashians, and his game's fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, that, getting some of that Kendall will definitely.
Actually, it was a Jenner, right?
Yeah.
See, I get them fucking confused.
Well, they're the same.
They're the same.
It's magical there. She's really hot, and he maybe took his game to the next level. But at least she's not in his life no more, so she can't wreck it.
Yeah, that's like biting into the poisonous apple right there.
It is.
Yeah. Stay away from those
Jenners.
Ones. Yeah. You never know. You never know.
They're the evil. Look at all the men have chopped their junk off and turned into chicks, so we don't want that. We can't have that happen to Benny Simmons. It's going to bring us a chip.
All right, yeah. Let's. Well, it's not going to happen this year because let's. This guy. We'll make it a preview for the season too, so we kind of recap the game tonight. And for this season, I mean, I almost did it. The Eagles. I know it's like the Eagles are popular around here, and I almost did it. The Sixers projected to get to 54 wins by Vegas. Will they get to – I think that's what it was. That's what Bray said last night on PI Live.
Yeah.
Last year, 43 wins was the expectation, and they surpassed that because they had 53 wins it was?
I think 52.
52 wins. So there you go. And this year, 54 is the line.
I could see that happening. I could even actually see us surpassing that. I would say we could possibly get to 56 wins.
Ooh. So that's 56-26.
Yeah. I definitely just, even after what we saw tonight, there was so many highlights of where we looked flawless out there. I mean, we were
when they got on the break, they were able to, but Boston just prevents them from going on that break. Boston's a bad matchup for Philly.
They are.
This is just not a good matchup for Philly.
It's not. Brad Stevens
the realization is they own Philadelphia right now.
They have our number. We haven't made adjustments. Brad Stevens is toying with Brett Brown. They know how to affect our two best players, and we have no answer
formula
for them.
to beat us. It's the perfect formula to beat us. The way they play, it's not going to be easy to get to the finals because it's going to have to go through Boston. And there you go. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, they might get to 55 wins, but is Boston going to be the 1 seed?
Probably. They're the team to beat in the East.
Yeah, because they're probably going to get 60 plus.
And they didn't have their two guys. Remember?
Yeah,
Kyrie,
and they didn't do anything tonight.
And they did nothing tonight, and they still handled us by 18.
Yeah, and then Kyrie out there looked like literally trying to look like Uncle Drew now. With that look, like he's aged 25 years now.
He looks really
old. Just put some gray in the beard and you're ready to go.
It's like he was Uncle Drew and he dyed his hair.
Jesus, my God, and he just couldn't hit anything tonight. He or Hayward, but they've been out, so that's kind of expected.
It's expected, but the guys on their team that stepped up, Horford was huge. Markieff Morris, I'm trying to think who else was really impacted. I mean, not Baines. What's the other guy off the bench that got 11? I can't think of his name. Regardless, they play great defense. They know how to pass the ball, and they were hitting open threes. And it just looked like the Sixers were lackadaisical sometimes on the boards. I mean, there were 3 Sixers at times under the rim. They weren't crashing the boards, and Boston was just more ready for this game.
Do you think the Sixers are better than Toronto?
I do.
I don't like that Kawhi Leonard situation.
I think they swung for the they swung for the fences. Yeah, his laugh is goofy. He's just an awkward character.
I can't do that laugh.
He's an awkward character for sure.
Yeah.
But I think they got worse than what they've been.
I just don't. I don't like. You're trying to fit that in when he clearly wants to leave. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be a good environment.
It's a desperation move. It's kind of like what Chicago did.
And they didn't need to get desperate because LeBron left.
Yeah, I know. They didn't. And when I said Chicago, I meant the Chicago Bears trading for Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
Is what I meant. But it's just – the formula wasn't working with Lowry and DeRozan, so they figured they'd get
the formula worked, just not against Cleveland.
True. I don't know, though. Do you really think? I just didn't see that team for a championship.
They weren't going to beat Boston this year. I mean, at best, they're the third best team in the East.
Cleveland always have their number, but I could never see them getting to the championship. I feel like
like last year, if they would have beaten Cleveland, they would have gotten the championship. Boston was not fully Boston, if you remember, obviously.
It would have been an interesting matchup, for sure.
I think it would have been 6-7 games, but I think Toronto would have won.
We will never know.
We'll never know. We'll never know. And now they got
and who knows, maybe we'll chase Goofy there in the off season.
Oh man. All right. So yeah, I mean, what else is there really?
Well, we weren't fully stocked either. Remember, we still have Zaire Smith.
Yeah.
That's not.
We'll get it. We could get into Fultz again right now. So, what I was kind of saying on PI Live, and I know we didn't really get a Sixers preview out per se, But I was thinking he's going to be 13, 14 points per game. That's what I'm hoping for. But after tonight, whew, maybe 11 or 12. I don't know.
God, we can't have that. He was the final piece to the end of this year. You figure you traded Mikal Bridges, and everybody was really upset with that. But this is our final tree, like the third leg to the tripod, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Simmons, you got Embiid. We need Markelle Fultz to be that third offensive player that can take people off the dribble, see if he can run the offense when Simmons isn't there or even when he is.
We got dogs.
We've got Bella in the show now.
Yeah.
Bella out the camera.
Bella's trying to get some TV time.
She's got her comments too. She wasn't happy about the game either.
No, she wasn't. She was jumping around like a madman, like for real. She's calming down now though. So, dogs love me. They love me. All right, so okay, yeah. So Markelle Fultz. So going back to Vegas odds again. His hey, good doggy. Good girl. Good girl, Bella. She was just trying to get some. So the over under for him is 10 points per game on the average.
Wow. After seeing tonight, dude, we'd be lucky if he even gets to 10 points.
Man, see now she's showing off the ass, dude. Now she's just trying to get laid. Look at her though. Like, hold on. Like, look at her. Oh, she's gone now. Like the way she was like looking back, because she likes her back rub.
She does.
So she does this like look with her. Which is kind of funny. I don't know. Anyway, 10 points per game. I mean, I said 13, 14. I'll just go with 13 points per game for right now. I'm not going 14.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I think it's going to be a struggle to get to that. After seeing what he's going to be doing, he doesn't seem like he wants to take it to the hole, take guys off the dribble. It seems like he just wants to fall in love with that jumper that he's not even taking.
Like, can you be aggressive enough? Like, I'm just sick of the hesitation.
Yeah.
Like, just come on, let's go.
It's frustrating.
Let's go.
For, like, a defender, you're in the NBA. You're not in college anymore. You're not going to be able to pull tricks like that. You got great defenders in here, and they were on him the entire night. He wasn't even fighting through screens. It was nothing. I didn't see a defensive prowess at all out there. He just looked lost.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Have I really I guess I have gotten your thoughts about Zaire Smith because we did the draft and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Zaire Smith. I was okay with at first I wasn't. And then when I really looked at the aspect, you have an athletic guard that's going to be able to guard.
Yeah, we did
1 through 3. The shot thing is whatever. You can learn how to shoot.
Yeah.
And
he was even showing off a good shot in the summer league before he got hurt, unfortunately. And he's going to be back, December, January, whatever it is?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully
they shut him down like they normally do.
Well, like they normally do with the rookies.
Yeah,
we don't have them for the entire year.
Just done. Just sit on the bench. Sit on the pine, rest up, get well for next year.
We got that top pick, but we don't because they're gone.
Yeah. Wilson Chandler picked up, but he's not playing right now. I mean, I do like the addition. I don't. It seemed like it was not warmly received. I mean, what happened was they didn't get LeBron and they didn't get Kawhi, and then they had to settle for that. And yeah, sure, it's disappointing.
And we didn't make a big splash, which was fine, because you look at the class this year. Yeah, and there's
but you better get your guy this summer. That's
you have
the thing.
to,
or next summer, I should say. Well, I guess this summer because summer is over.
Yeah,
it's October now.
But
I need to get some pumpkin beer.
Remember, Adrian, though, it's because of Fultz. This all hinges on Fultz.
Yeah.
They didn't go after those guys. I know they were probably trying to make pitches for them, but they're relying on Fultz being that guy.
Yeah.
Not having to spend all that money. Because remember, if you do go spend this money, you got to worry about locking up Simmons, or other guys further down the road.
Long term, yeah. And do not trade for Jimmy Butler.
No, I don't want that at all. He's done. You're going to have to give up a ton to get him.
No.
I'm good.
No.
Yeah, the bird.
No. The dirty bird. No.
No, we do not want that.
No.
God, no. But Wilson Chandler's a great addition. You have another guy that can go out there and defend the perimeter, shoot threes, as you know, even watching tonight.
Yeah.
We were still having.
They could have used them tonight, because that was the big thing in the playoffs was the wing defenders. They just didn't have it.
Couldn't defend the perimeter, and we needed more shooters. You lose your son Ilyasova, Marco Bellinelli. How do you replace those guys that couldn't have the ability to shoot threes,
Well,
you get better defenders.
They're hoping that one guy can shoot threes is Landry Shamet. So he had a big preseason, sharpshooter. So we'll see about him. I mean, he wasn't really anything special tonight, but could be something for the season. We'll see.
I'm intrigued, and he's the 26th overall pick, so it's harder to find guys
the expectations aren't like spectacularly high for him.
No, it's not like he's
already almost surpassed them because like not many of like late first round picks technically really pan out. That round, like that late in the first round, you're basically looking for like the hard work glue guys or guys that can do like one specific thing, and with him it could be shooting threes.
And he had a nice touch during preseason. He can shoot it from all over the place. He went from Wichita State, great college.
Yeah,
hard worker, 4-year player. I think he's going to be a nice addition to this team.
Yeah, because you look at it, driving kick with Ben Simmons, if he can be a spot-up shooter, and then in transition when you got Ben going down the floor like that thoroughbred that he is, and behind the bad head passes.
Oh, man, we see a lot more of that, and you got wide open shots. You just have to have him.
The way he was galloping, I mean, like the finishing with the right hand on the left side. Oh, just so smooth, man.
We know that's what he can do. That's his bread and butter. The shot looked really ugly tonight.
Yeah, that's what it is with him. That's just what it is right now. That's the reality of the situation. He just doesn't have a jumper right now. And
he has to be more aggressive. There was a couple times when the switch he had Kyrie, and he didn't look to take advantage of that matchup. He just passed out of it. We have to take advantage. That's easy buckets right there.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think what else happened. I don't know. I trying to think of what else we can get into. I mean, I guess one of the things we can talk about is there's like a sneaky play. Maybe Joel Embiid wins MVP. I don't think he wins MVP, but who would your MVP pick be?
It can't be anybody other than LeBron.
Okay.
I think with him just being in LA, if he can propel that team to make it a playoff team, even if they are like a 5th seed, they haven't been anything for 5 years.
I got a name. Anthony Davis.
All right.
New Orleans. So I just look at that situation. I think they got something better there now with some of the guys like Holiday and stuff. He's still there, right?
Yeah.
Good.
They lost Boogie. Of course, he went to the fake team up there, 2K, and the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, God, that bullshit. But yeah, like they've got some good stuff there, and he's going to be doing his thing. I mean, I love Anthony Davis. Like he said the other day that he's like the best player in the NBA. He's not that good, but I'd say he's top 3.
He's definitely top 3. He's unbelievable.
It's
LeBron, Kevin Durant,
and Anthony Davis.
And Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He can do a multitude of things, but there's been the trade rumor that he could be shipped off to Boston. God, I hope that does not happen, but they do have the assets to get that done.
Oh.
Imagine that element. And then they could possibly sign Kyrie or Kawhi in the offseason.
Oh. The Sixers might be fucked.
If that happens. I hope not. I hope this doesn't turn into that because of what happened with Golden State. You see players starting to do that, but it could very well be in the possibility. And Kyrie said he wants to stay in Boston, so they could have a superstar team too.
The B&B boys, Billy and Brian.
Yep, Billy King and Brian Colangelo. Awesome GMs.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted Markelle Fultz. I wanted them to trade up.
I did too.
So, like, I shouldn't be mad, but I'm mad.
So far, I think we expected a little bit more out of Markelle Fultz, but I still have faith in the kid. I think he's going to be a really good player.
He's going to be really good. I just don't think he's going to be great.
He's not going to be a transcendent player. He's not going to be
that's the problem.
A generational type talent. If he can just be a guy that can give us 20 points a game, I'll be okay with that. But
he's never getting to Tatum, is he?
No, I don't think so.
Tatum's really good.
Tatum is a beast.
Like great, almost already.
I think you could put him in the realm of becoming one of the great players in this league.
That step back is silky.
Yeah, he's got a great shot. He extended his range. He can score in a multitude. He kind of reminds me of a quicker Melo, the way he can score in a multitude way.
He can actually hit the 3.
He's a better shooter, yeah.
I like that comparison. That's a good one. I like that. Finals pick, Boston and Golden State. Golden State.
Up until this point, yeah, Golden State's a shoo-in, I think, in the West.
I hate the NBA right now. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. We can get into that right now because the playoffs last year
were boring.
Sucked.
They were fucking terrible.
Sucked.
They were terrible.
Then the last two NBA playoffs have sucked. The competition stinks. Golden State's just running away. That Golden State-Houston series, okay, I was pretty good, but even that series wasn't, well played. And Golden State just felt like they just toyed with Houston. You had a sweep in the NBA Finals. Boston wasn't Boston. That Cleveland-Boston series was, ugly.
It was terrible.
So there wasn't a lot of good basketball last year in the playoffs. And I feel like part of that is it's just such a bad product right now with everyone in Golden State. And there's just not a lot of teams that can win a championship. There's no parity.
There's not that much, right? There's not a lot of talent in the league. It's watered down, I feel. And the league has to figure out a way for players not to take less money to go join these super teams.
Yeah.
They have to figure out a way because, that never used to happen a couple years ago. Everybody would take the big money. Now they're just, I'll take $5 million 1 year, $5 million to go sit on a team and win a championship. It's boring. It's bad for the NBA. And you're ruining the sport. We're already starting to see football go on a decline. Basketball is headed in that same direction.
That's what you're supposed to do when, you're Karl Malone, you're, 35.
Yeah.
You want to go win a ring like David West. Okay, that's when you sign, but,
Juwan Howard, same thing.
Yeah, but, you're
in the prime of your career.
You're Boogie Cousins, and you're going to Golden State. Do you have any pride in yourself?
No.
To want to be the best and win it on your own with your own team?
Nope.
No, I'm just going to go join the bandwagon.
Kevin Durant did the same thing.
I have no respect for Kevin Durant for that decision.
Neither do I, and Boogie Cousins doing – and these are great players that are doing it that are in the prime of their career. They're not, like you said, older players looking to win
I will always view Kevin Durant as extremely insecure because of that decision.
Absolutely.
And the fact that he's got more burner accounts than Brian Colangelo says it all.
Yeah, the whole cupcake thing with him and Westbrook, the burner accounts, him saying he doesn't listen to the media when he does. You've seen him get in arguments with fans. I mean, the guy is very, very thin-skinned.
Yes.
It's and I don't understand why. It's because you're a superstar athlete. Why do you care what little Joe Schmo says? Who gives a crap? You're a millionaire. You're on top of the world. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, his skin is starting to get thinner than that hairline too.
yeah, that hairline's going way back.
It's going quick. He made fun of LeBron a couple years ago, but man, he's got patches. It's like a sour patch kids on top of his head.
And he's a hypocrite because he called out LeBron for doing that when he went to Miami, and then he turns around and does the same thing. That's calling the kettle black. Are you kidding me, dude? What is the difference? And you made it even worse because that team, I think, in Golden State is better than that Miami team.
Yeah. What do you think about the Lakers with LeBron?
I definitely think they're going to make some noise. It all depends if Brandon Ingram is going to take that next step forward. You've got Kyle Kuzma, obviously. I want to see how him and Lonzo play together.
Yeah. I really like Kyle Kuzma. He's a baller, man.
He's nice. He was one of those gems in the end of the draft. He was the 27th.
Do you think they can be a top 4 seed?
No. I would say I think their range
5-6.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
5 to 7 around there.
I'm intrigued though. I want to see how they're gonna look.
So do I.
Yeah. Rookie of the year.
Oh man, there is a lot of talent. You've got Andre Ayton out there in Phoenix. You got Doncic there in Dallas. I might have to give it to Doncic, obviously.
That's where I'm going. I like that. You got Dennis Smith and Doncic.
He looked filthy during the preseason. Filthy.
I thought I had him as the best player in the draft. I didn't come in.
Atlanta's an awful organization for trading down to get Trey. What's his name? Trae Young.
Trae Young. I almost said Trey Waynes. I am in football mode right now.
It's football mode right now. We're kickstarting basketball off. But, so we got to transition a little bit. But Doncic, I think, might run away with it. 8-0 I think he's going to be a very good player.
Yeah.
Might give him a little competition for that. But I think Doncic
he's not Joel Embiid, though.
Nah.
He hasn't played defense.
No, he doesn't. And I don't think he has the offensive game that Joel Embiid has either.
All right. We're going to wrap it up now because it's 11:07, and I want to get this uploaded. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you, Kyle, for the hospitality.
Anytime.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola was delicious. The sticky buns made me sticky. And that's a night for me. Kyle Gaffner, I'm Adrian Fedke. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.